Hey, what's up everybody? It is Kellen here from Start Your Systems. And guys, oh my gosh, first DLC already available for MXGP 3. Can you hardly believe it? The SMX Riders Cup is the first DLC that we are now seeing released for MXGP 3, now available on PS4, Xbox Store, or whatever it is, and then on Steam as well. So you can download this. I think it's $5 or something like that. And for those of you that don't know what the SMX Cup was, that wasn't following motocross around the time that Monster Cup happened, it was basically a race put together by the MXGP promoters that was in Germany, and it was supposed to be a mixture of supercross and motocross in a stadium. And yeah, I'm just going to start riding while I talk about it, but whatever. It was basically the manufacturers all riding against each other. And the reason I chose Suzuki for this particular one is because it seems like Jake Weimer is the only American rider that's not Thomas Covington, who's a regular GP rider, that actually made it into this game. Can't seem to find Dungey, can't seem to find Muscan, who also raced this event. So not too sure what the deal is with that, but Weimer raced for Suzuki way back when, so he's in the game, and he's on the RCH Suzuki bike, so that's kind of cool. Just a little something different. I mean, obviously I could have been any of the other guys that also raced in this Cup event, but Weimer being American and myself being American and all that business, I figured I should ride with Weimer so you get to see him a little bit, and that's kind of cool that he got into the game. I don't know how that worked out. Maybe they got in touch with RCH and worked out a deal, because this isn't technically under the MXGP FIM whatever jurisdiction, so the license agreement that MXGP the game probably signed, with Ustream, who owns the GPs, probably didn't quite cover this entirely, so that's why they couldn't get guys like Dungey or Muscan or whatever into the game without spending a lot of money. I'm sure that they paid Weimer to get him into the game, but I'm sure Dungey and Muscan and all their sponsors were like, well, you're not putting us in the game unless you spend a lot of money, because that has historically happened with high-profile riders and in video games. I know that James Stewart made a lot of money to be the face of MXGP TV Alive, that's for sure. But anyway, about this race, like I said, it was a two-race format, and the manufacturers squared off against each other. This is actually going to be a really short video because for some reason it only lets you race a 2-lap race and then a 3-lap race. And I could have changed that, I guess, but I mean, you get the gist of what the track is. All 6 manufacturers in this game going at each other trying to win the event. I guess this is sort of considered the qualifying race since all the manufacturers are out there. And then you go into the main race, and I could pick Jasikonis or Sewer, but I'm going to continue going with Weimer. And then this is a 3-lap race. And as I said, it was in Germany and on a supercross track, I guess is what you call it. They tried to call it a supercross track, but it was really more of like a motocross track indoors. It was a really interesting event. Some people thought it was cool, others thought it was the dumbest thing ever, so just, I guess, depends on what line of the spectrum you fell on. But either way, I still think it's kind of cool that, you know, we're only not even, I guess it's been a month into MXGP 3 being out, and we already have some DLC coming out. Obviously, they probably could have included this in the original release, but you know, these game companies all release DLC now just to make that extra money, and it happens, so whatever. So I'm just playing it so you can get an idea of whether or not you'd want to get the DLC. Obviously, it's the first like real playable supercross track in this game as well, so you get an idea of that. And just to talk a little bit about the physics on a supercross track in this game, I feel like they're a little strange. I mean, the jumps aren't very big, and it's obviously not a supercross track, it's a super motocross track, so it's just, you know, bigger jumps and not really rhythm sections or anything or whatever, so it's not like you're going to get a pure sense of what it feels like, but it does feel a little strange. It's not completely ideal for what you'd expect out of supercross, but at least it feels like there's some flow to it, where sometimes when I play MXGP TV Supercross Encore, I just can never find a flow at all, and it gets frustrating for sure. So at least this game has somewhat of a flow that you can gather from it, and I don't know, I think it's pretty fun. Whether or not it's worth $5, I'll leave that up to you, but I mean, I definitely enjoy it, and it's a cool DLC package to add on to, where it's got this whole new event. Haven't quite figured out whether or not you can play it in multiplayer, but I'm sure that you can at some point. And The real reason that I'm psyched for it is because it really lays the foundation for the probability that they're going to have more DLC down the road. And whether or not that's Supercross or whatever it is, I don't know. But I'm sure that they're going to work on something. So hopefully that comes to fruition. If it doesn't, obviously that's going to be a little bit of a disappointment. But the fact that they are already starting to release some at least gives you a little sense of hope that it might happen. So this is a good sign, I think, at least. Either way, this is the SMX Riders Cup track. This is all the SMX Cup riders that you could play in this game. So whether or not you want to play them, that is entirely up to you. But this is going to be a quick video, like I said, just a quick little snippet of what this track looks like, what the 450s look like in-game, what the 450s look like on this track, etc., etc. And just banging out a quick video at the end of the week. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, the whole usual stuff. And I'm going to try to beat Barbershop to the line here. Drag race. No, he got me. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in future videos on the channel. All right, from Kellen here on Riders Systems, I'll see you guys in the next one.